Hey, you guys, Clemson Sports News here. All in with CSN from the CSN studios here in Clemson, South Carolina, about a mile away from Death Valley as the crow flies. Just got back from Charlotte yesterday. We were down there covering ACC Media Days. We're going to go over all that stuff this evening. Going to talk about a football commitment we just got today in the 2027 class. And kind of go over football. It's football, folks. It's football season. It's football talking season for about one more week. I just got the email from Clemson. We have access to practice next Friday, a week from today. We'll be at practice on the 31st. We got 45 minutes of access at the first of practice. I'll have our photographers and our content gatherers out there. We'll get some stuff out there on the website, clemsonsportsnews.com. Photo galleries, pictures of the freshmen in their uniforms out there doing their thing for the first time. Answer some questions you guys might have about depth charts, because we might see how the pecking order rolls and a couple of those things. But let's get started here on a Friday afternoon at All In with CSM, presented by Ingalls. Low prices, love the savings. Benson Ford out there in Easley, Mr. Crow and the bunch on 123 there. And my boy Andy and the folks over at Oakway Tractor. And don't forget, it's Friday Pie Day here on CSN. Stoner's Pizza Joint in Clemson sent me over a batch full of wings to try out today. So later on in the show, I'm going to do a wing taste test for you. Talk about Stoner's Pizza Joint and Stoner's Pizza Joint Friday Pie Day. You can find Stoner's Pizza Joints all over the country. Also, I'll have a little note that Miss Erica sent over. She had some marketing stuff she wanted me to talk about, some promotional stuff they have going on there. We'll talk about that. A lot going on. I said we were in Charlotte yesterday for ACC Media Days, and it was busy. A lot of folks there. We stuck around till I think about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We hung around, watched North Carolina and Bill Belichick. We'll call him Bill Belichick, and you know why if you watched the press conference yesterday. He was quite entertaining watching the entourage of North Carolina press follow him around yesterday while we were there. But lots of good stuff to get into. We sat there. Dabo came up, did his thing. Peter Woods, T.J. Parker, Kate Klubnik, and Antonio Williams were all there representing Clemson. We got to the main stage, and about noon, the Tigers came up on the stage, and Dabo came out and gave his opening statement. And it's pretty. He did make a statement, and I think we put a meme out earlier today on our social media platforms about how since 2009. Dabo Swinney, every single player that's played under Dabo Swinney since 2009 has won a championship of some sort or another, be it ACC or national. And that's a pretty impressive stat when you get out there and look at it. You can go, look, man, we get rings here. Every year you get a ring. Right now that's pretty, like I said, that's pretty impressive. But a great day in Charlotte yesterday. I'm about to sit down this evening and vote for my all ACC and ACC honors ballots that I got as a member of the media. My staff will also get these ballots, and we're going to see what's going on there. But my staffers are just called me. They're at the Kid Rock show in Anderson, South Carolina. I hooked them up with some tickets tonight. Me and my buddy Kid Rock is a friend of mine from my touring business back years ago. So I've known Mr. Bob for quite a while, and I got my staffers hooked up with some tickets. They're down there enjoying the show. They just showed up over there, but y'all have fun. Telling you guys, Cade was an absolute amazing representative yesterday. Some of the things he said. Peter Woods was about as good an interview as we could get. If you go to our website, you'll see a synopsis article I wrote about the entire experience. You can read it, and you'll think you were there. You can go to our social media feeds, and you'll see videos we put out there of a little snippet of interviews that we did with the guys during the main session in the ballroom, and as well as in the breakout rooms where they were individually at tables. We went to each table and sat down with the guys and talked to them. I tell you, man, all 4 guys did really well representing the Tigers there in ACC land and in front of the media. Again, it was funny because when we got done with everything, and again, we wrapped up with the Tigers around, I don't know, 1:30, 1:45, right in that area. And I don't think the Tar Heels went up to like 2:30, but we were standing outside the ballroom for a minute in the main lobby, and Belichick walks by me, and And I'm not kidding. There had to be 50 people in tow. He had to have at least 50 people behind him, following him. North Carolina press and media. It was like the Pied Piper. It was pretty funny. But hey, man, again, I've been a bazillion. It feels like a bazillion of these ACC events in my days here in the media. It's good to see a bunch of good old friends. I saw my buddy Tom Luganbill from ESPN. I saw my buddy Mark Sturgis, Scott Skepler. Who else? I saw my buddy Chris Heidel from up in Baltimore. He's got a great show at Herb FM Sports up there. We talked about doing some stuff together this year. Again, I'll be a guest on their show every Monday. I think it is. He's asked me to do Clemson Update every Monday. And I talked to a bunch of other friends. Man, it's like a convention every year. You get there and you see the folks you're gonna you see and it's great to see those guys because we'll see them all season long in and out of press boxes all across the Southeast and in the conference and out. Good to see Tom Luganbill again. We've known each other for quite a while. Met on the sidelines a long time ago here covering the Tigers. But getting back to it, man. Football practice starts on Friday, guys. I am stoked. I really am. I've been covering this team for a long time. And before I did that, I was a fan, of course. The fans been beaten out of me because of the way I have to cover the team. You have to become an unbiased analyst and try to be right down the middle and be fair and concise with your analyzation. You don't want the homerism or the favoritism of a fan to come into play. And I've kind of figured out how to pull that out and be honest with myself and with my analysts and my analysis of what I've seen. And I'm excited about this defensive line like I was back when we had the guys, the Power Rangers. I mean, this is about as good as it gets since then. And I want to toss in a freshman. That Amari Adams kid is going to scare people this year. We're going to have to figure out how to get him in the game. There's going to be guys, and guys, look out for Ashton Hampton out there at the corner at 6'3", at the athleticism he has. The little bit of small sample size we got of him last year, his output was incredible. I mean, pick sixes, picks, pass deflections, his range and height and length and speed and burst to the ball skills. It all plays out, man. This kid is a freak. He should be playing safety at that size, and he's out there playing corner and doing a great job at it. And I think folks are overlooking. I think Clemson's serious issues this year, if they have any, is in the secondary at safety. You're replacing some really experienced guys with some guys that got some time in there, but some guys that are going to have to grow up real fast, really fast. But, storylines for next week when we go into practice. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff we're going to be writing about starting this weekend. When you wake up on Monday morning, you go to ClemsonSportsNews.com. When you wake up and you got your coffee and you're getting ready and you're rolling through and scrolling, go to ClemsonSportsNews.com. I'm going to have a bunch of cool stories about different position groups that we're going to do features on as we go into and what we're looking at as far as depth, development, and recruiting on all these groups. Okay, so what we'll say, like if I do quarterbacks, we'll talk about Cade, obviously, and what's behind him, and what's coming in the classes. The next two classes behind that as far as recruiting goes as well. So a lot of good stuff coming. It's about to ramp up, guys. We did 6.2 million in the last 28 days, guys. You hear me say it every week. It just keeps going because, every 7 days it just flips over another 7 days. But we've kept that 6 million number right around 8.5 weeks now. Or excuse me, about 8 weeks now. So that's 2 straight months. We've done 6 million views plus here at Clemson Sports News on our social media feeds. Our Facebook is off the chart. And it's great for our sponsors. And I'll mention a couple of them right now. The Paint Place over in Seneca. In the shopping center, right directly across from the Chick-fil-A. It's amazing. They've got Pittsburgh paints there, PPG paints, you know what I'm talking about. And I'll be honest with you, go in there, ask them for any color, and they've got any color you'd ever want, man. Latex, water-based, you name it. It's all their accessories, rollers, spray guns, hoses, all that stuff, man. Professional to residential to just someone out there doing a little project around the house. They can handle all your needs there at the Paint Place right there in Seneca. Another one, the Orange Horse Store. Now, this place has been around. I did not know that Miss Carmen and that bunch have had that place for 15 years. If you ever been there, this place is like one of those large bin stores, okay? It's like a Big Lots, but better because the inventory changes weekly. They are so busy with people buying stuff that they're literally changing the shelves out all day. And I'm going to tell you right now, follow them on social media. Their social media manager is on top of it. And that's how you know they're changing out such good stuff, because I'm constantly sharing their stuff into our feeds. And they are always changing out their inventory because it's coming in every day. They get deals on stuff, and man, they just pass them along to you. Go look at the stuff at the Orange Horse store. It is cool. From furniture to foot baths, from flower pots to garden hoses, from shoes to confectionery items. I'm not kidding. All kinds of stuff. It is like going into a, what is it? It would be like going into a giant Walmart where everything there is 45 to 50% off. And I'm not kidding. They've got some great deals. And I think this week, I just stopped by there today to check on them. I think they're at 50% off on a bunch of clothing racks. So go check them out. The Orange Horse store in Seneca and Westminster. It's actually Westminster address. It's on 123. Right after you pass Highway 11, the overpass, the little turn there. You go past that and you'll see a little shopping plaza on the left, the Orange Horse store. Just look for the big giant orange horse on top of the store. Pop in there. Check it out. Tell them Clemson Sports News sent you. The folks over at Kiowee Marina and Kiowee Shores, okay? Kiowee Marina, those folks, you can go over there, rent a boat. You can rent a cabin. They got some really nice cabins on the lake up there, folks. Go get you a cabin for the weekend. You can go in there and get all the confectionery items you need for your boating trips, from getting a cool T-shirt to some ice to getting your life jackets or your licenses and all that stuff. They're all right there inside of the pro shop. Then they got the maintenance division over there. You can have your boat pulled out, dry docked, worked on, all that good stuff, man. They can do anything at Seneca Marina when it comes to boating, and it sits on the most pristine location with a gorgeous view of that gorgeous lake, Kiowee. And then right next door, Kiowee Shores. And by the way, this show, our season preview show, is going to be August the 22nd, right there at Kiowee Shores Marina. On that stage, we're going to have a great time. We're going to have the question and answer mic. We're going to have giveaways from our sponsors. We're going to give away some T-shirts and some hats, all kinds of cool stuff going on. That's August the 22nd, our season preview show. That will be the one we kick off the season with. But until then, we're going to be doing our coverage here locally and down at on campus here every week. We're going down there 2-3 times a week now to interview coaches, players. We'll start all that whole routine here in the next couple of days. Again, just a great feeling, man, coming out of those ACC meetings, because we know football's here. Let's talk about another thing right now. You guys remember Chris Chancellor? Cornerback Chris Chancellor played at Clemson a few years ago. I think it was 2000, I want to say 8, 9, that area. Chris Chancellor's son just committed to Clemson out of Daniel High School for 2027. He's a cornerback, and a really good one, a 4-star. Didn't even really have a chance to get out there with his recruitment. He already knew he was coming to be Clemson. It was coming to Clemson for quite a while now, and but yeah, he made it official today. Clemson picks up Chris Chancellor's little son there, and that's a great thing. Christian Chancellor is his name, and he is a 4-star at Daniel High School. He committed this afternoon. He's all in. That's some good news to report to the 2027 class. A lot of good stuff out of ACC's meeting yesterday. I think the coolest thing that we were getting into was talking to Dabo and the players about this LSU game and how Brian Kelly has circled it on the calendar down there, and they put it all over their facility. They've got tiger paws everywhere on the shirts and on bags, they say. They've kind of emphasized this game is, winner, like a win. It's got to happen. They're hurting. They've lost 3 straight openers under Brian Kelly. Not good. So they've got their fan base really fired up about this. Their fan base wants to see them win an opener. Can't blame them. But I don't know if I'd be putting a big bullseye and calling people like the Tiger Stadium Death Valley Jr. And Mr. Kelly has already started to start the fire underneath that Clemson fan base, because you don't want Death Valley coming alive. It's going to happen anyway. This whole Death Valley versus Death Valley thing coming up next month, man, I'm telling you right now, folks, it's going to be insane. The minute they said 7:30 kickoff, I said it's over. Because if it had been a noon kickoff, it wouldn't have been nowhere near as intimidating as it's going to be. But you're going to let these people sit around and sauce themselves up for 8, 12 hours out there in those fields tailgating and watching football games all day. By the time they hit that stadium, and they got alcohol sales on top of that, look out. I don't know if we're going to see a rowdier, raucous, more aggressive and scary Death Valley than we've ever seen when we come across this one, because remember, the alcohol sales are going to be involved this year. And it's the first time ever. That's the first game with alcohol sales. So, boy, oh boy, I hope people use it for the right kind of fuel, but at the same time, know when to suppress, if you know what I mean. But great things going on all around Clemson. Hey, but let's get back to one of our favorite things on Friday. It's Friday Pie Day, sponsored by Stoner's Pizza Joint. And let me get to some information here from our good friends at Stoner's Pizza Joint. Let me pull this up. Hold on for a second. There we go. And here we go. I got a note from Erica, the director of marketing from down there in Florida. She sent me a note this afternoon, and she had some specific marketing she wanted me to discuss. And we always do Friday Pie Day on Friday, and it's sponsored by the guys at Stoner's Pizza Joint down there in Clemson, but they're also nationwide. They're literally creeping across the country as we speak. Franchises popping up everywhere. I know they're all across South Carolina already, so this isn't just for here in Clemson. It's everywhere. Stoner's Pizza Joint, guys. They're the official pizza of the Florida Panthers, if you're a big old Panthers fan. But Erica, she sends me today the savor the last slice of summer with 30% off all regular price menu items, Saturday and Sunday only. Use promo code SUMMER30. It ends on 8/3/2025. Again, savor the last slice of summer with 30% off on all regular price menu items, Saturday and Sunday only. Use that promo code SUMMER30, and that ends on August the 3rd. So, guys, don't forget, use that promo code SUMMER30. Get 30% off on all regular price menu items. Now, with that said, it is time for our weekly taste testa. Okay, let me tell you what's up. So, this week, my good friends down there, Mr. Doug and his crew, who I sat down there and talked with for a few minutes. I hope they're watching. What's up, guys? They brewed me up some beautiful wings. And I'm talking really well done. I like them well done. And they put a dry rub on them. All right? Check this out. All right, look at that thing. Oh, I mean, are you seeing that? Look at that. Look at that. You can probably taste the flavor off of that thing just looking at it. But watch this. Good Lord. My dog Simon is at my feet, and he's just looking at me like, bro, I can smell that, and I want some. Hey, buddy. Wow. Wow. Doug, boys, girls, Miss Erica, everybody from Stoner's Pizza Joint, this is an 11. Again, it's an 11. Look at that. Look at the side. Look at that. See that? Look how meaty that was. That was one bite. I'm still tasting it. Good stuff. All right, guys. Stoner's Pizza Joint in Clemson, right there on Tiger Boulevard, next to the AT&T store, right next door to Tiger Express Wash, one of our other sponsors right there. But go see them. Ask for Doug. Tell them about Clemson Sports News. And, again, use that promo code for the summer. And, man, again, Stoner's Pizza Joint rules. That's about it for today, guys, on a Friday afternoon. We're here. I'll be talking to you again on Monday about 6 o'clock. And next week, again, prepare yourself. Prepare yourselves for a lot of football coverage. It is here, folks. The talking is about to be done. They spot the ball this time. Next Friday, we will have finished practice, the first practice. Okay? I will have a report. This time next Friday, I'll have a report from practice to give you right here. Tell you what we heard, what we saw, all the good things, okay? And we'll have some great content going up on ClemsonSportsNews.com. Look for us. Be sure to follow us on our social media feeds. We're crushing it. Again, 6.2 million views on our Facebook feed, on the Facebook page alone in the last month. And that's 28 days, not 30. And that would be 1.5 million people a week. Yeah, that's what, about 220,000 people a day, average. I think we're getting to some folks. And if you would like to be a sponsor at Clemson Sports News or become a sponsor and inside of our family of sponsors, which we have a lot of them, and they all love us. And we've got stuff from you, for packages for every size business, from corporate down to mom and pop. Reach out to me, or reach out to Ingrid Latham at at marketing Clemson Sports News at gmail.com. Or Clemson Sports News Marketing at gmail.com. My dyslexia kicking in. Clemson Sports News Marketing at gmail.com. That's Ingrid. Again, guys, all in with CSN. We're all in with you. Go Tigers. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have an awesome weekend. Stay cool.